Have y'all heard about this shit going down with Trinity Marriage? This is the craziest story I have ever heard, and I've heard some crazy stories, but I have to tell you guys about this because I had to hear it, so you have to. So there's this couple, right? They're called Trinity Marriage. They're the pastor and first lady of a church in Lorain, Ohio, which is like 30 minutes outside of Cleveland if you're not that familiar with Ohio. Okay. So they are very well liked by their community. They do like food drives and toy drives and like charity stuff, and they have a safer use ministry where they like reach out to people in the community that are struggling with like the disease of addiction, and they offer them safer use supplies, but they also invite them to their church and connect them with like other resources to get help. Like, they're extremely well liked. But they also have a YouTube blog, an Instagram, and a TikTok channel, which is still up, by the way. And they're posts are about their marriage, and the reason it's called Trinity Marriage is because of play on like Christianity, the Trinity, and they say like a good marriage needs to have you, your partner, and God. And a lot of people love their channel so much because it's not super preachy, like, oh, women must obey. No, it's like none of that. It's like them trying new things together, like new types of food, and there's a video where they go skydiving together, and they post a compliments challenge. Like, it's all just super cute stuff. They just seem like the happiest couple. It's adorable, so everybody loves them. I didn't follow them, but I used to see their videos like pop up all the time because they're popular. So one day they get on there, and the husband, their names are Darrell and Keisha, by the way. So the husband, Darrell, he gets on there and he says that he's been praying about his marriage, and he feels like God was telling him, like, turn one of the bedrooms in the house into a walk-in closet for his wife Keisha, and he was going to turn the basement into a man cave for himself. They have a nice house, but like it's not like, you know, it doesn't have walk-in closets. So he's going to do this project for her because she's always wanted one, and he's always wanted a man cave, and their basement's unfinished. So they start this project. The videos are super cute. It's showing like her going to like pick out like the wallpaper and like the decor for like her room and like her mirrors and stuff like that. And he does it all for her because he has like a background in like doing some kind of like house renovations or whatever. And he's working on the man cave. Now, we never actually see any videos of the man cave on their channel, but she does like a whole big like reveal video of the walk-in closet. Everybody thinks it's like so cute, and you know, whatever. They also, though, say in their video when they first announced that they were doing this that neither of them were ever going to go into the other's space. So he wasn't going to go into her walk-in closet, and she wasn't going to go in the man cave, just so that they can have like separate places in the house to like have some time apart, which is not a bad idea for a couple. And like, if they're arguing, they'll just go get space, because they said like it's better for us to just go take space in our own home than leave when we're upset, right? Okay, so one day, after all this is finished, I don't know how much time has gone by, maybe like a month or two, I don't know. But the wife comes in, all this happened this year, by the way, like this story just came out. So one day the wife is coming home from shopping. She comes in through the garage, because they have an attached garage. She comes inside, and she has a bunch of bags or whatever. She was shopping, and there's this woman in her house, because I guess the door led straight into the kitchen. So she comes into the kitchen, she sees this woman in there. The woman's like one looking, you know, and the woman is like clearly messed up. Like, she's a little bloody, like she's got something weird on her ankle. Like, she just looks like you could tell something's wrong. This woman doesn't hesitate. As soon as she sees the wife, she grabs one of the kitchen knives and she lunges at her. And the wife, like, I think she literally just dropped all the bags and she ducked to get away from her. And she crawled really fast over to their kitchen, because this couple believes in pew-pews. So she pulls it out, and by the time that she stands up and the woman's lunging at her again, she just fires, because she just walked into her house. There's somebody in her kitchen lunging at her with a knife. Like, it's life and death right now. So and then she gets her right there, and the woman immediately, and the wife knows. So she calls not 911 but her husband, because she's panicking. She doesn't say on the phone what's wrong, but she just says he needs to come home, he needs to come home, he needs to come home. So he gets home, he starts panicking immediately, and who knows how long they just were like in this state of panic, but they were like, you know what, we've got to do something, like, we've got to figure this out. And the wife wants to call the police, because she's like, I can't believe what I just did, but you know, it all happened so fast, I should have tried to talk to her. And the husband's like, babe, like, you could go to jail, like, we can't call them like this, like, we've got to just. And the wife's like, no, like, we have to do the right thing, we have to. And he's like really against it. He's like, listen, I want you to just go relax, try your hardest to forget about this. I'm gonna take care of her, you know what I mean, get rid of the evidence, and we're just gonna move on because we can't report this. So meanwhile, while all of this is happening, there's a man who not like right then, obviously, like a week or so later, gets on Facebook and says that his sister is missing. He hasn't seen her. She is an addict, but he's made her promise always to stay in touch with him. So they stay in touch frequently. They do not go more than like 2-3 days without talking. And he's gone to the house that she knows that she usually stays at, which is kind of like a trap house, sadly. But the people there do look out for her. Like, they're not bad people. She's been there for like a long time. Like, he knows her routine. And he helps her out when, he can, but she just doesn't want to get help, or she's gotten help in the past and relapses, so he does the best he can. He says that she's been missing. The wife is scrolling on Facebook. She sees this post, and she just falls apart. Like, she cannot handle it. She cannot handle it. So she goes to the police. She doesn't tell her husband. She goes to the cops. She turns herself in. She admits to what she did. And the cops, they know her too. They are very well known in this city as wonderful people. So the cops feel bad for her. And they understand, but they're like, okay, we do have to, come to your home and like do these different standard things. So they come to the house. And I think when the cops first get there, the husband isn't there. But then eventually the husband pulls up. He sees that the cops are at the house. He calls his wife. He's livid. He's like, why are the cops at our house? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? And she's like, I couldn't take it anymore. I'm sorry. I had to turn myself in. And he's just acting totally different. The cops, as they continue to like explore the house or whatever, they go top to bottom. They go to the basement. Guess what? There is no normal man cave down there. They don't find neon beer signs and cans of whiskey and sports memorabilia and a dartboard. But what they do find is that the basement is soundproofed. There's a bed, there's a bucket, and there's a chain attached to the cement of the basement. Mind you, it was his idea that he and his wife never go into each other's spaces. The woman that was in the kitchen had been kept in the basement by the husband the whole time. The pastor. So what she had, I guess, something hidden on her that was like, or maybe she was able to access like some cement. I don't remember. You guys can look it up of how she did this, but she was able to eventually break the chain. And she was trying to get out of the house. Now, she had no idea what the wife knew and didn't know. All she knew is that she needs to get out of this house. And she was afraid. So she attacked the wife. And then the wife attacked her back. Because, again, this is life and death. She's lunging at her with a knife. So it turns out that this was all the husband's doing. And when they find that downstairs, they go looking for him. And he tries to, like, escape. He tries to, like, run away. He tries to disappear. But they catch up with him. Eventually, he has to lead them to the BODY, and now he's on trial for what he did. But here's the part that makes it even worse, though. Remember how I said it was going to be a man cave for him and like his buddies to watch sports? Men were actually coming over to the house, like men from the church, like the deacon, the usher, like church treasurer, like the higher, like the people that are in the pastor's circle. All of those men knew and participated. So not only is the pastor of their church under arrest, but other men from the church are under arrest, under investigation. Everybody's going to trial. Wives are devastated. Children's lives have been screwed with now. This was a church. Look up Trinity Marriage, y'all. Look up the Trinity Marriage story.